So this year, the Streets went on a reunion tour. And I started listening to original pirate material again. I found a particular lyric from We've Become Heroes very interesting.
And to the government I'll stick my middle finger up with regards to the criminal justice bill.
I was intrigued, so I went to investigate. In the late 80s, acid house parties spread to the UK, becoming known as raves, eventually happening most weekends, with up to around 4,000 people attending. Raves were organised by party promotion crews like Genesis 88, founded in, you guessed it, 1988. The parties were deemed illegal due to organisers breaking and entering buildings to hold the parties. Organisers would often wear suits and tell the police they had acquired the buildings illegally, even claiming they managed pop music acts or worked for record labels. Free parties became more and more elaborate over time, being organised well into the early 90s. The noise of thousands of people descending on rural areas every weekend brought the scene into the public eye, unsurprisingly causing outrage in the sensationalist UK tabloid press, reporting promotion crews were taking in profits of over £500,000. This led to Genesis being made the target of both the government and organised crime. Genesis organisers were kidnapped and threatened with death if they did not comply with gangsters demanding 25% of all profits in return for protection. Other organisers received similar threats. The government labelled them public enemy number one. Free parties could often become free festivals with many sound systems in attendance. Many of these free festivals were regular occurrences. One of these, the Avon Free Festival, was organised for May 1992, however police diverted thousands of ravers into the surrounding areas, eventually leading to 20 to 40,000 people descending on Castle Morton Common, resulting in a week-long free party. Concerns about the policing of the festival manifested themselves in more coverage in the UK tabloid press, creating greater public concern. Castle Morton Common Free Festival is believed to be the main inspiration for the Conservative government's Criminal Justice and Public Order Act of 1994, mentioned in We've Become Heroes. The Act has a section specifically naming raves as its target, containing sections 63 to 65, with some oddly specific requirements for a rave to be a rave, and most notably defining music as sounds wholly or predominantly characterised by the emission of a succession of repetitive beats. This definition was described as bizarre by legal experts who criticised it for judging people's lifestyle choices and attacking alternative culture, clearly being drafted in a state of moral panic. Sound Systems protested the bill with 2 demonstrations in London, the latter ending in a riot in Hyde Park.
After the breakup of the demonstration, thousands of young people stayed behind, dancing and playing music. In Hyde Park, they were told to move, and confrontation with the police quickly followed. The worst violence was in Park Lane. Young people crowded behind the park railings, threw rocks, bottles and sticks at the police, who charged dozens of times.
Many bands also released musical criticisms, notably Autekker's track Flutter from the Anti-EP, which contains no bars with identical beats. The record came with a seal containing a legal warning to Sound Systems. Warning, Lost and De Jure contain repetitive beats. We advise you not to play these tracks if the criminal justice bill becomes law. Flutter has been programmed in such a way that no bars contain identical beats and can therefore be played under the proposed new law. However, we advise DJs to have a lawyer and musicologist present at all times to confirm the non-repetitive nature of the music in the event of police harassment. As well as Flutter, the 5th mix on Orbital's Are We Here EP was called Criminal Justice Bill and contains 4 minutes of silence. In 2009, this bizarre act was used to shut down Andrew Paul's 30th birthday barbecue. No music had been played before a riot van, 4 police cars and a helicopter arrived to end the event, with police claiming Paul had advertised the event online as going on all night. Despite this, the illegal rave scene still thrives in the UK, with details being passed around via word of mouth and wink and nudge over social media. Despite the ban, repetitive beats live on.